In this episode of EzMeck, you will learn how to connect dual horns properly to the stock wiring harness. I'll explain how to remove headlight, tank cover, and body panels of Honda CB300F. What are the things you need to buy to do this kind of modification? How safe it is to use this dual horns, and why you should not use directly to the stock wiring harness. So without wasting ado, let's dive right in. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So this video will talk about how to connect dual horn properly with proper wiring diagram, and we'll see a relay and a fused circuit involved in this wiring connection for dual horn. Don't connect directly your dual horn to the stock wiring harness because it's not ready to that kind of amperage, and we are talking about here 5 ampere 4 ampere horns, so a relay circuit is very much suggested. So first you have this battery, you have a fuse, and this is the 4-pin relay. So this is the 4-pin relay. I suggest everyone to buy a 4-pin relay only. Don't buy the 3-pin relays. 3-pin relays are only for cars, where I'll talk it in a separate video. That's entirely different topic. The colors you are seeing here is the exact colors you will get when you buy the product given in the description box below. That's a relay from the brand Super. It's super reliable. I have been using in my SData since the last 5 or 6 years. I have been using fitting this relay to many of my friends' bike, but none of them got a single malfunction. So I do suggest you to buy this one if you are interested to this kind of modification, any relay circuit. So buy this in the description. Now coming to this relay, there are 4 color wires. As you can see, this is a red color, there is a blue color, there is a black, and this the zigzag lines you can see. I don't have the gray pen with me, so this is the gray color wire, which is the main power connector to the horns. Now this, as you can see, these are the 2 horns. So whenever you are buying a reputed branded dual horns, you will get separate wiring harness with it, where you will get like a pair of female connectors to go to both the horns, and there will be a pair of male connectors. Out of the male connectors, you have to ground one. Okay, just cut the head and strip the wire and connect it to any chassis bolt. I suggest you to ground it to the ignition coil. As you can see here, this is the ignition coil, and there are 2 bolts in the ignition coil. So just connect one of the wires to the ignition coil, and then it will act as a ground. The second male connector, you have to connect that male connector to the gray line of the relay. Okay, that's completely okay. Now we have given the output feedback to the horns from the relay. Now coming to the battery, we have a battery, we have a positive and negative. Just connect a wire to the positive and connect it to a blade fuse. I'll also give a link in the description for the blade fuse holder. I highly suggest you to buy one blade fuse, because whenever you are doing any circuit failure or any wrong circuit diagram, or your horns are failing to connect to ground, this will blow up your fuse and save your relay, or don't overload the battery. So it's completely safe. Now fuse, for fuse, I'll suggest you, if you have 5 ampere horn, do a 10 ampere relay, 10 ampere fuse. Okay, so I'm suggesting 15 ampere for that matter. It's a series connection, so you have the fuse, and then the other leg will go directly to the blue terminal of the relay. Okay, blue wire, the blue wire connected to the fuse. Now you have completed the input power to the relay. Now what we'll do is to get the feeding line to the relay. It means whenever we are clicking the horn switch, the horn will tell the relay that I'm clicking the horn circuit, I'm closing the horn circuit. Now you give output to the horns. Okay, we have this horn circuit here, stock horn wires. There are 2 female connectors which were previously connecting to the horns. Now connect these 2 to the relay. Don't cut this one, don't cut. I'll never suggest to cut. In my videos you will never see any cut of the wiring harness, stock wiring harness. So whenever this is wrong, you are not satisfied with your output, you can anytime revert back to the stock settings. So okay, so connect these 2. You can get the the male connectors readily out available in the market. So in these 2 female stock wires, connect the male 2 pins. Now you have 2 wires to connect to your relay. Now connect the positive one. As I have seen how to identify the positive, if you have a multimeter, you can just check the positive, whichever is giving the positive 12 volt is a positive connection. Otherwise you can check with the LED light. Polarity matters to the LED light, so it will not glow if you like reverse the connection. So connect the positive to the red line and the negative to the black line. So you're done. Now let's move on to the practical part of it.
Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight.
This horn is connected to this bolt from the frame, and there is a extension plate which connects the other horn. That's how you should connect. Okay, so whenever you're buying the pair of horn, you'll get a set of these wiring also. So you get two pairs of female connectors. Each pair will connect to both horn, and there will be two male connectors to go right into the stock wiring plug, female plugs of your wiring, but don't connect that. The stock horn plugs will go to the relay directly as shown earlier, and these two male plugs which come out of this dual horn wiring, one you have to take it to a body bolt, which I'll suggest to connect it to the ignition coil bolt. There are two ignition coil bolts connected to one of them that will act as a ground, and connect the other one to the gray one. So I hope it's clear to you. Now let's move on to the final part of the video.